It's me, Ginger! Back again to do more drawing tonight. Since it's after dark, I thought we could continue working on these cat girls that we started a while ago. Hi, Tryhard! How was your day? Between streams, I ran some errands, and yeah, that's about all I did. That's good. I'm not feeling as tired as I was earlier, which is good. I've woken up a lot more. I still haven't had any caffeine today, which is concerning, but I'm not tired. So that's an improvement. This is anime cat girl art. This is entirely fan service. This is just for fun. This is low art. Haha. How was the rest of your day, Spectre? Oh dear. Did I install your anime cat girls? Well, it's after dark. I thought that, you know, after dark streams can be a little bit more risque. Look, sometimes girls look at that stuff too. Oh, are you playing Factorio? Or are you watching another streamer play Factorio? Oh wait, she's not sitting like that. Okay. Oh, I don't know what MP Factorio is, but I understand what Factorio is. And that's cool. Multiplayer, okay. I should have guessed that, but I did not. Nothing much else happened today. Basically just ran errands and ate food. Did I learn anything today? No, I learned nothing. Wait. Nope. I had to double check. And rate art stat. Oh, okay. You're rating his stash. Oh, are you playing multiplayer with art? I don't think he had plans to, but I don't know. Maybe he did and just didn't mention it. like her foot. Okay, you can't see me doing this, but like, it's Egun. Ejun? I'm not gonna pretend to know how to pronounce that. I basically just took like my thumb and my index finger though, and I like measured her like left foot compared to her face on the photo, and because of the perspective of her body, her like foot is almost the exact same size as like her face in this. So I gotta do like in Ghostbusters. Okay, it has been forever since I've seen the Ghostbusters movie. I know, it was almost just Halloween and I didn't watch Ghostbusters. Oh, what was hilarious though is one day while Art and I were doing errands in October, they were playing the Ghostbusters theme. Okay. Was he the super tall nerdy one? Or was he the shorter nerdy one that talked a lot? The tall one? When I was a kid, I had a little bit of a crush on the super tall one. It's fair. I don't know, there was the one who was, who like kind of started them off on it. And he, I thought, was a lot nerdier than the other two. But again, I saw Ghostbusters like, I want to say I think I was like maybe 11 or 12 when I first saw it. Like I didn't see it as a kid like most people did. Because I am a millennial, so I had to watch it on VHS tape that my grandma owned. Okay. This is not going to be perfect because this will be anime. But I'm trying really hard just to get like the shape of her butt right. And the angle of her legs. Ginger, you should talk more during your streams. It's like a stream of consciousness. Okay. Well, I'm drawing butts, so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. God, I hope this doesn't get me like shadow banned from Twitch. It shouldn't. Not saying anything bad. Exactly. Proportions are important. We don't want some disproportionate cat girl falling over her own tits. I just had to say it like that. I don't normally say that word, but I absolutely had to say it like that. My brain was just like, let's go. Did it. This is what my life drawing class was all about. Drawing the human body. Kind of. I was not taught how to draw like this. Our life models did not pose like this. It'd be really weird if they did, I'm not gonna lie. If the school paid them to pose like anime cat girls. There are like, from what I understand, there are like two kinds of artistic life drawing figures. Okay, maybe there's like three. So there's the newbie, who basically just stands there or will do like very simple gestures, right, with their arms, and they don't spread out very much, which is fine. I mean, they're new and they're not used to being stared at by 20 people at once while they're naked. Okay. There's the like intermediate show off who's been doing this for a little while, so they try to do dynamic poses. Like they'll use a broom to make it look like they're sweeping, but they do it like broadly, like they're in a play. It would be a hilarious paycheck. Sure. I can't see what pose you want, or do you mean like a pose like how I'm drawing now? Yes, I could. Right now, this is just technically practice. But yes, I could draw like fan art characters in this pose. And also, hello, Hokoruchek. I think that's new. But so back to the life drawing figure models that I have experienced in my life drawing classes. There's the intermediate one who will do like kind of over exaggerated gestures, but they're like everyday things that people need to know how to draw, like somebody holding a broom or cooking, right? But they'll do it very exaggerated, like you would if you were on stage in a play. So they're still very aware of people looking at them. And then there's the seasoned vet, who's usually like 80, okay, maybe 60 at the youngest. They've been doing this for many years. They're very comfortable with their body, and they either do gymnast poses, like I've seen a guy like do a handstand for 15 solid minutes without moving a fucking muscle, and he looked like he was in his 70s, so that we could draw him doing that pose. Or they sit down in like the thinker pose and then they take a nap. Like it's that's what the vets do. Those are the only types of life models I've ever experienced. Something is, yeah. Oh, okay. I don't look at whispers when I'm on stream, but I will take a look after. Yeah, I don't usually do like requests like immediately on stream. Just because I like to plan things out a little more. I actually came up with an idea for like a really cool piece. But I don't want to talk about it yet because I haven't finalized the ideas for it yet. But I might do it on stream at some point in the far future. going. I don't want to say Hokoruchik every time just because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I feel like I'm like causing part of my desk to shake. I'm not enjoying that. As you can see, the outfit that I've drawn is not exactly what is presented in the on the reference here. So I'm kind of referencing back to my own little thing to make sure that I am drawing everything properly. I do kind of wonder how you get a job as a life model for classes. Because as self-conscious as I am, if you tell me you're gonna pay me to just stand and pose in front of strangers, and they're not even like, most of the time when we did life drawing, they weren't even naked half the time. Like, it was as declothed as they wanted to be. So some of them were naked, some of them still had shorts on, some of them wore like big billowy kind of clothes to like give us practice drawing fabric, which was really nice. Someone tell me how to get that job. Am I drawing her ears at like an accurate angle for a cat? Probably not. But this is anime. It's not supposed to be real. Okay, I think I figured out what it was. And I think I fixed it. Oh. This needs to be like way up here. And this can be here. Anime where the rules are optional. I think it depends. I think a lot of the life drawing models that we had for my classes in college were either came through like an agency, or they were like previous students that the professor knew and that like kind of needed a part-time job or something. So it was a little bit of who you know, and also like that was your job. Apparently it used to be that you could just like answer a fucking ad in the newspaper, but at the same time, that was back when women could still hitchhike and there weren't a ton of stories about them getting raped and murdered all the time. They might have still been, but we don't know. The rules to physics are very optional in anime. I saw a Twitter post a while ago of like an anime cat with human ears. And it was like, every time you draw an anime girl, a young anime girl with cat ears, another one of me is born. Stop, what are you doing? And I think about that every time I draw anime girls with cat ears. So I like it. I like weird things like that. I really should like be more active in my own Discord and post memes like that, shouldn't I? The cat looked really cute, okay? Some cats look cute with human ears. I bet those cats with like the squished faces would look super cute with human ears. We're gonna show it off the shoulder. Off one shoulder. That was pretty great. Ah. I have a question. Why are like they changed so Pokemon was supposed to be Pocket Monsters. That's what Pokemon is short for, Pocket Monster. And I think they changed it very early, like in the editing phase of the first manga. Digimon are digital monsters. It's even in the fucking theme song. Digimon, digital monsters. Probably not. Okay, but like, where does her tail go? We're gonna take this. We're gonna scooch her up a bit. No, not that much. Scale her down a little. Okay, I have a general question. Why are bare shoulders like a sexy thing? Like, why is it if it's above the shoulder, it's like, oh, she's wearing a shirt, but if it's off one shoulder, it's like, ooh, sexy. Is it because showing your shoulders was considered sexual for a little while? It was like, scandalous, and now it's just been ingrained in our culture that no, is it not sexy to guys? Because of every like female literature, everything is just like, shoulders, like slightly disheveled and with your shoulder exposed. It's like, men find that sexy. And I never quite understood why. I mean, I kind of understand it. Like, disheveled girls can be hot. They look like a mess. They need help. Maybe that's what it is. Or like, they need assistance getting their clothes back on. Do you want to know something amazing? My grandmother, like, told my dad right before he went to his first convention. when he was like 14. No, wait, I think he was like 15 or 16. He went to the convention with his friends, and it was a few states away. So he went to Gen Con, right? In like the 80s. So it was when Gen Con was first kind of becoming a thing. And he found like halfway there, he was pulling out his wallet to like buy miniatures or something. And he pulled out a note that my grandma, his mom, had left in there that said, if she looks crazy, she is crazy, and don't stick your dick in crazy. She might have said, and don't stick it in crazy or something like that. I thought that was amazing. And she stands by that, like he brought that up to her. Like, I think it was right before I went on my trip to Germany in high school, and he was like, that's the advice your grandma gave me, like in front of her, and she goes, yep, and it's still true. She's like, he won't listen if I tell it to him, so I'll put it in a note in his wallet to remind him. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. I totally forgot to hit record again. I need a sticky note. My family is known for really weird advice to teenagers. My great-grandfather, he died just a little bit before, like after I was born. But apparently, so he was my dad's grandfather, right? My dad started dating in high school. My grandpa gave him the advice of, this is gonna be really bad, that if he wants to sleep with a girl and he can't stop himself to rubber band her legs together, like if he's like with his girlfriend like alone, or if he's trying to get rid of his erection, to slam it in the screen door until it goes away. That is advice that has been passed down to every male member of my family. Yeah. That's what my great-grandpa told to do to my dad. Nope. Like, it was definitely kind of like ridiculous advice that I think my great-grandfather had heard himself. And had basically was just like, this is hilarious. I'll tell my grandson to do it. I thought it was great. Yeah, I mean, what if he followed that advice and then later he was still able to have children? Oh, shit. I mean, what's the real trade-off? Potentially losing the ability to use your penis forever, or potentially getting your high school girlfriend pregnant? the lose-lose situation. Or you could just not follow terrible advice. I guess that's fair. My family is not prudish. Well, they are. They are and they aren't. As soon as you're old enough, they're just like, yeah, hilariously disgusting, dirty jokes. But until you're old enough, they're like, the only jokes you get to hear about are poop. That's a lot of my family. I love them very much. They're very smart people. But a lot of them have the sense of humor of like a 13-year-old boy. A little bit of myself included. And it's great. I can remember the first time my great-grandmother said the word penis in front of me, which was hilarious because it was in front of my entire family. So, I'm gonna tell this story. Buckle fucking up. So, I think I was home. I want to say it was definitely during a Christmas holiday. And I think I was home from college. I think it was the first Christmas I was home from college. So I'm like 18, right? And I'm living alone. Well, I'm living in a dorm. And to preface this a little bit, my great-grandmother was part of a local town group that was colloquially known as the Naughty Nine. So she was valedictorian while pregnant in the 60s, which is a feat unto itself. Anyway, so I'm in like her little living room parlor area. I've got my dad is there, my grandfather is there, so my dad's dad, and it's me and my great grandma, and she's my maternal. She's my paternal great grandmother, but she's my grandmother's mother, so my grandfather's not related to her. And then it's a bunch of her sons, so it's a bunch of like my great uncles who are great guys, but they're like a bunch of gross like 16-year-olds when it comes to jokes sometimes. Anyway, but she has this weird little like oval shaped brown thing, right? It's like a little squeeze toy, and it's got eyes. But and like a little mouth, but it doesn't have arms or legs. And she looks over at me, and from across the room she goes, "Ginger!" "Yes, Grandma?" "What does this look like to you?" I don't know, Grandma. I don't know. And she's like, and she looks at it. She goes, "You sure?" I go, "Yeah, I don't know, Grandma." And she goes, in front of everyone, super loud, "I think it's a penis." and all conversation just halts. And they stop and I go, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Don't you think it looks like a penis?" I was like, "I guess so, Grandma." And then she squeezes it and it starts making farting noises because it was supposed to be like, it was either supposed to be like a little plush like turd fart joke or like a bean, where like, cause beans make you poop or something. And she seemed disappointed. She was like, "I guess it's not." And apparently my face turned bright red because I am ginger. So of course my face is just like, what if we were the color of a tomato whenever you get slightly inconvenienced? Yeah. It was really funny. I don't know who bought it for her. My uncles thought it was the funniest thing in the world, though. It is as close as I get to tanning. Unless I get sunburned and I get freckles from the sunburn, and those are like little spots of tan. If I get enough of those, I'll either get skin cancer or I'll get tan. It's a race. It's a race to see what'll kill me first. The sun or living. So I should just stay inside forever? Correct answer, yes. No more outside for me. I don't wanna be where the people are. So in the process of cleaning my great grandmother's house, because she's probably not going back there. She has a lot of books, and she has a lot of books that are really old, like from her great grandmother, that she has bequeathed to me. Right? I think I used that fucking word right. Before she left her house, there was like a large trunk of books that when I was 13, I asked her if I could have, because I love old books. And she was like, yeah, I'm not fucking doing anything with it, go for it. I found some really cool stuff in there. I found like her mother's diary from when she was like very little, which was really cool. But I also found this like homemaker's guide. So back when, you know, like they didn't have a lot of doctors around everywhere, and women were usually at home, the ones at home most of the time, in most cases, they would have special books that would have like home remedies that you could do that were supposedly approved by a doctor. In case you couldn't reach a doctor in time, or like the nearest town next to you that had a doctor was like a couple days away. So I'm reading through it, and it has some of the most ridiculous things I've read. I haven't read all of it, but I've read a few of the recipes, and like that's in fucking quotations, because it has like a recipe for a hair growth tonic, and one of the first ingredients is lead sugar, which is literally a sweet crystal that is made from lead that tastes like sugar. And they're like, yeah, just put that up in a pumice and squish that all over your skull. Like, it's I like reading it because it's funny to me. But another thing that I found was there's a lot more in there. But one that I've been reading lately is the Amityville Horror, which took place in the 1970s. So more in like the most recent century. And it's supposed to be like the main documentation for it. And I gotta say, it's really cool. I don't know a lot about the Amityville Horror. I know about the Defoe family that like supposedly like started off the horror of the house on 112 Ocean Avenue. It's after dark. We're gonna talk about spooky stuff now. So the Amityville Horror is from, there was a house in Amityville, Long Island. And Amityville was a very small town. And there was a house, the address was 112 Ocean Avenue. And in 1975, a young man who was 23 years old murdered his entire family. He shot his mother and his father and his two brothers and his two younger sisters. But the thing is that he shot them all with a high-powered rifle in the house in the middle of the night, and no one woke up. Like, none of the neighbors heard it. They were all found sleeping face down in their beds. When they died, they were all shot in the back. And they didn't find any drugs in their system. So they should have woken up. It's a high-powered rifle. The neighbors should have heard it, even if the family was drugged, but nobody heard it. And the only reason the police found out is because he then like stumbled out and walked to the local bar and said, "Someone's murdered my family." And then they, investigated it, put the pieces together, and found out it was him. And he said that he was hearing voices right before it happened. Well, the family that moved into the house a year later started having all of these weird experiences, and they knew a little bit of the history of the house, but like they were very skeptical, and they're like, none of that's happened. And it's interesting just to hear the different accounts from them, from some psychotherapists, and from some priests that all experienced similar things around the same time related to this house, and kind of how like, almost like how either how their sanity unravels, or how, if you believe in like demonic possession and stuff, how that slowly started taking over their lives. And I just think it's really cool. So I've been reading that before bed. Trying to summon demons in the house. Do you think she would sit on her own tail? I mean, probably like a little bit. Cats sit on their own tails. It's not like they're crushing them. I bit like the middle of my tongue earlier today, so it fucking hurts to talk sometimes. I think I made her tail like way too long. Yeah, definitely. Yes, the horror is done. I wasn't really even talking that much about it. I was just talking about how it was interesting. Did you like take off your headphones and you were like, la 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 la, I cannot hear it in the other room, la 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 la. Good. I wasn't even talking about the scary parts of it. And then my erase book is too spooky for me. Yeah. Okay. When did my eraser get so fucking tiny? What if I did like a Ouija board stream and see me try to talk to ghosts? Is there a category for that? Should be. It makes you unhappy. It might be fun though. Do a spooky Halloween stream. Okay. believe that I have essentially... Oh no, wait. Let me just... We can talk about... All I can think about now is scary things to talk about. Like a Dybbuk box. Dybbuks are cool. We could talk about that. That was the sound of me dropping my pen. There we go. Kneecaps, how do they work? Make this like all the way off the shoulder. Is this too scandalous? What the fuck am I doing? I know how to draw clothes, I promise. Did I forget for a minute? Yes. Have I remembered now? Mostly. little nose, activate! Terrible posture. Big stretch. Someday. Someday. Wheelchair. A chair that exists in the physical plane that we exist in. But if I made these like the late night profile, like stream profile pics, but instead of just like her face, it also had a bubble that was like, I hate when daddy doesn't play with me, or something like that. That might be too rated R for Twitch. Maybe I'll do it anyways. You can tell just from like a few days, like this is the first one I did, number 1. And this is number 2. This is number 3. She slowly gets more anime and cuter as it goes on. Eventually, I just hope my style will like solidify into something like this. Remember to save, kids. Aw, thank you. You can't see like a little bit of where like the underwear is supposed to end. Okay. Like put the no, she can't sit on the bell that's on like the back of the bow. Oh wow, it's already been like an hour. Shit. just trying to make her just like a little bit bigger so that I can do the line art a little bit better. Oh, I'm not even doing the line art, I'm doing like the final sketch before the line art right now. Oh, wait. Okay. Ah, shit. There we go. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll start like a short series of anime cat girls in slightly sexy poses, but they're thinking like sad pet things where it's like, Mommy only loved me when I was small. Now that I'm bigger, she barely even looks at me. Guilt people into taking care of their pets. No. I trust that if you're watching my stream, you take good care of your pets. You better. I'll come for you. I will fight you. I will win. Because I have the power of God and anime on my side. Which God? Who knows? Cat girl God. Oh God. Extra ear fluff. What if you die and you go to the version of heaven you believe in, and instead of the God image you think that you should be seeing, whether it be like an old white guy with a huge beard or a glowing orb or just like a really bright light, instead it is an anime cat girl. And you have to do the stupid anime nya dance with her in order to get in. Would you do it? Even worse, what if it's like some half-starved, super sweaty dude in an anime cat girl outfit, and you still have to do the nya dance with him? That's your test to get into heaven. I think that might be the only way I'd get into heaven is if God had a sense of humor like that. Bad kitty now. I think if I was a god, I would just be looking to mess with people. I would be the traditional old story Loki, where he's literally just shits and giggles all the way, like, what can we fuck up? Because you live forever, so nothing really matters. And you have at least a decent amount of power over reality. Like, you just fuck with shit. I shouldn't be allowed to rule a country. I should also not be allowed to be a god. I would just see like one person kick a puppy and I'd be like, alright, human race, done. Nope. Had your chance. I guess it's fair. How can you not want to mess with shit as a deity? That's also assuming that, like, you would have the same kind of brain as what you have now. Because if you have a brain that's built to live forever, it's gotta have a very different, like, just general, logical way of different way of thinking and of rationalizing than people brains, because people brains are meant to just go fast, really. We are the species that gotta go fast. Did I make one side of her hair possibly very disproportionately longer than the rest? Yes. Oh my god. That is a nightmare. No. The Mandela effect isn't even real. It's not, it was made up by somebody on a blog. It's not real. Alternate realities might be, but that one is not. I wanted to make her eyes look kind of like big and doughy, but the cat splits kind of ruin it and make her look like still predatory, like she's sizing you up like, I might be on the floor now, but go to sleep, master, and I'll fucking rip your throat out. Yeah, you put more catnip in my bowl. She's thinking about what she's gonna knock off the table. She's like, this glass of water offends me. Let's test if gravity is real. Do you think that's enough leg squish? Sufficient leg squish for the thighs, but not too much? Thinking about how after this I'm gonna like make tea, read more of my Amityville horror book, maybe go to bed, and then I realized I put fucking makeup on today. I have to wash that shit off. Such a hassle. I think that's enough thigh squish. I think that's a good amount. This squish looks good. Thank you, try hard. Ventus, okay. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry, I'm not good at putting usernames, like cryptic usernames together with like real people in real life. Sorry, it just caught me like really off guard because, you know, on here people call me Ginger. Oh, okay, thanks for the compliment, I guess. I don't. Okay. Is Ventus their character from Kingdom Hearts, right? Are they your favorite character? Ventus is the little blonde one that lives in Sora's heart for a while, and that's who Roxas is based off of, right? Yes. Ventus is a good character. Roxas and Axel are my favorite in Kingdom Hearts. So I pay the most attention to them. Have you played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet? I've seen it played, because I don't have Kingdom Hearts myself, so I don't play it myself. But I've seen it played, and I've seen the whole story, and it looks really cool. Except for the DLC, I haven't seen the DLC yet. Yes, I saw like the cutscene, and the thing with Sora, and I was like, oh my god, is he dead? And I lost it a little bit. I think I've seen most of the DLC. I haven't seen all of it though yet. So if Sora is dead, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. If he isn't dead, awesome. Because he's trapped in that other video game and they're gonna make Kingdom Hearts 4. That was what the DLC was, yes. Okay, so I haven't seen the secret fight. Okay. Maybe I'll do Kingdom Hearts fan art sometime soon. I want to, but it might just be a bunch of Axel shirtless. It would be fun. It is gonna bother me all day that I don't 100% remember you. If you tell me your name, I probably will. But I did think it was really cute how at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 they like brought all of the different trios like back together. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. It's just a bunch of clones of each other. I did like seeing Dark Aqua though. I like her costume. Her costume is Dark Aqua. Like, I know it's the same, it's just different colors. I really like that a lot more than the normal color she usually has. That's fair. But I am am also, like, high school? I started high school in 2011. That was 10 years ago. I am so old. Oh my god. Yeah, probably not. I know we are! But it's just so weird to think about. But you don't have to be like, you don't have to dox yourself on the internet. It just feels like I didn't think I would make it this far. I know that sounds really bad, but like I never considered my life past like the age of like 23. I was like basically like, I was like, if I make it there, that's amazing. And I made it a whole year past 23 and I'm like, what do I do now? So did you finish school? Like, I guess how was your day? I mean, that's usually what I start off with when people come say hi and chat on stream. Okay. I knew a lot of kids from our high school who did that. And I mean, I know we had the ROTC program. So it helped a lot of them out with it. But I have a serious problem with being told what to do. Like I could never do it. Like I have problems now where like I'll tell myself I have to do something. My brain's just like, but what if we didn't? It's a little less of that, but I would not survive in the military just because I have one of those stupid problems with authority figures where even if I know I need to do the thing, the second somebody tells me to do it, I'm like, I don't want to. Does that mean you're like on leave or? Yeah. I mean like a lot of people have that issue, especially from what I understand in America, but like it's still a little bit of an issue now where I have to actively fight against it. And it's not even something I consciously do. It'll add like one of my friends will be like, "Hey, we should go do this thing," and I'm like, "Okay, let's fine, yeah, fine. Sure, we'll go do it." Like, you don't want to do it, we don't have to do it. Like, no, we should go do it. They're like, okay, well, we don't have to do it. Let's not do it. And then my brain will immediately switch and be like, no, now I want to do it. Oh, what are you doing now that you're out of the military? Did you do it for like a scholarship? Or did you just, why not? You liked ROTC if you were in that? Awesome. But hey, as long as you're like happy and having a good time now, relatively most of the time. You can't be happy all the time. Michigan's not a bad place, it's just cold. went to school for a while, had to drop out for a bit. Then when I was about to go back, COVID happened. So, you know, haven't gone back yet because art degrees can't really be done remotely. So mostly just work, moved to the other side of the state to just get some distance and be on my own, which has been going okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. Just, you know, complicated life, that kind of thing. Figured if I'm going to be drawing and talking to myself, I might as well put it on the internet and talk to other people. Streaming is also really hard though. I say that like it's super easy and it's nothing. Streamers put in a lot of effort and a lot of work, and I'm only putting in like half of the effort and half of the work normal streamers put in because I have to put the rest of the effort into drawing. And I'm not even good at video games. Thanks! I've been trying to get better at it slowly even when I'm not in school, so it's just work-life balance, you know? And this cat girl is done! Hooray! Alright. This here, like this. This is just for fun. This is just to kind of practice a different anime style, because I usually do more of a semi-realistic style, like the portrait in the bottom right corner of the stream. That's the one, I do a portrait every year, a self-portrait every year for my birthday, and that's the one for my 24th birthday. So that's what I worked on a couple of times during the most recent streams. This is definitely just for fun. This is just because I was like, I feel like drawing cat girls. And no one can stop me! Let's leave those up for right now. Just playing with the... Yeah, that's that's not super up to date, but that's got, I'm trying to update it more often. That's got more of my stuff on it. I'm also on Reddit, which is like, I know it's really bad, but that's where more of my up-to-date stuff is. And it's got the same username because it's my art account. And if you do check out my Insta, you can message me who you are because it's fun. You don't have to. It's just that you say that we knew each other in high school, and I'm trying so hard to just pick out a tiny detail to remember. Sorry if I'm getting a little weird about it. Okay, and I'm also gonna cover that. That. And then... That's fine, you can have fun with that. I can respect that. That's what part of the internet is for, is to be semi-anonymous, right? But thanks for stopping in. It was nice to catch up with you, even though I can't quite remember who you are. And just, you know, kind of hear from someone a little bit more familiar. It's been a very long time since I've talked to anyone from high school. Nah, it's true. It's been a very long time since I've talked to anyone from high school. Okay, well, then I'll check it out after this stream, and I might just kick myself because I was like, how did I not know? It was so obvious. Like, or I'll be like, oh, I never knew that person liked Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I mean, I'm gonna be going for like another hour. This is not the end of the stream if you want to keep hanging out, but if you're busy, I understand. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should like make, nah, they were a good size. I'm also working on talking more during my stream, so talking to someone I kind of knew helped with that. Thank you. So actually I talked about this a little bit for my next stream. There's going to be, for the next free comic book day, there's a local comic shop in Mount Pleasant where Central Michigan University is. I want to try cosplaying too, but it looks expensive. And I worked for like a cosplay costume Etsy shop that my friend ran for a little while, and it is really expensive, but it is super fun. So there's gonna be a like mini Comic-Con for free comic book day in Mount Pleasant for the comic book shop, and then free comic book day in Grand Rapids. They have one of the locations for the Vault of Midnight, which is like a huge comic book store. They have one in Ann Arbor and Detroit. And the one in Detroit is like 2 different floors. It's super cool. But the one in Grand Rapids is also pretty decked out. And for free comic book day there, they'll do like cosplay events and contests. Sorry, I'm getting a little hoarse. I'm gonna take a drink of water. And then Grand Rapids does their own Comic-Con, which is run by the, it's usually run by the college, the Grand Rapids Community College, and they'll do the Comic-Con there, and that gets pretty big. And then there's, of course, Youmacon, which is in Detroit in August. I think the Grand Rapids Comic-Con is usually in early November or late it's in early October. And the Youmacon is in August. So Youmacon is first, and that's a whole anime convention with huge cosplay, and that one's usually a lot of fun. Actually, you'd probably run into a lot of people from high school. I know a lot of my friends from high school go there. No, it looks like nothing until next year. A lot of cons end around the November, December because cosplaying is not very good in the winter time. And also people around the holidays, venues will get more expensive and people don't really want to go out there spending time with family. So this is around the time when people will get their cosplays for next year ready. But as soon as summer hits, usually there are more and more conventions. I also know that Gen Con, which is, yes, no, that is a whole thing. Gen Con, which is a general convention in, I want to say it's usually in Indiana or Illinois, and it's usually more comic books and video games, but they've been starting to integrate a little bit more with anime. Yeah, I need to start exercising again. I started like going for runs back when COVID first started during lockdown, because at the time I had like briefly been working in a factory, and I was like, oh, I want to like stay kind of fit and in shape for in case when I have to go back to work. And I hate running, but I did it, and I did it for a while, and I was really happy with it, but then winter came, and I couldn't go outside to run, and all the gyms were still closed, so I just kind of like sat inside, and now summer came and went, and I didn't go running again, so I've just been really lazy. Okay, knowing you were in track narrows it down a little bit, because I was not a lot of friends with a lot of jocks. I've never done really any weight stuff. I did running, I did a lot of sports when I was younger. Like I did dance, ballet, hula, which was weird, jazz, dance, and then I did gymnastics for a while, and then I did karate for a while, and there was tennis, and swimming lessons that I failed at. I can barely swim. I live in Michigan and I can barely swim. So I've done a lot of stuff. I'm just not doing anything anymore. I've been very lazy. As soon as I got to college and like basically my parents weren't on my ass being like, oh, I also did cheerleading. That's what it was. I forgot I did cheerleading. But yeah, basically I hit college. My parents weren't on my ass anymore to exercise and go be outside, and I was like, I'm gonna stay inside all the time. I won't get sunburned, I won't get migraines from being in the sunlight. I'm gonna just sit on my ass and eat instant ramen, and like, it didn't affect me at all. I have very low body fat. Like, very, very, very low percentage. I'm still a very tiny person, to a point where I struggle to gain and keep weight. And yeah. Yeah, but it's not fun when you want to like, when everyone's like, let's go out to the lake because we live in Michigan. There are 5 of them. Let's go. And it's like, all right, I'm going to stay where I can stand because I am going to drown. Like, I took swimming lessons, and they would try to teach me how to float on my back, and I would just sink. And yeah, so, and my dad was the same way because he also has a very low body fat. And I eventually learned how to swim moderately in high school when I had to take gym. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the line art on this actually, like after the stream, because line art takes a lot of concentration. And it's really hard to pay attention to chat and do line art at the same time. So maybe we'll just go back to... fuck, I didn't have anything else planned. We'll do more sketches! We'll go over here. Yeah. To an extent, like I've taken some not safe for work commissions before, and they're okay. I like doing more of like I just kind of always like drawing what I like drawing the stuff that I like to draw. like, as long as it's a project that I'm interested in, even if it's a commission, if it's a commission that I'm interested in, I will be a little bit more enthusiastic, and I'll notice that it's a lot easier to get into the project and to spend hours doing it. It's the human body. It's beautiful. I don't actually do a lot of lewd stuff, but I mean, I'd like to a little bit more. I don't know. I just want to draw whatever I want, and I want people to not tell me what to do, I guess. There's that issue with people telling me what I can and can't draw. Okay. Exactly. I don't want, yeah. Okay. I have found the next, okay. Cool. Okay. So I'll just draw this one, because it's the late at night stream. Daytime streams are for art. Late at night streams are for food things, I guess. Risque. Risque is a nice word. I've done live models for, like in class. I've never, because usually if someone's a live model, it's for like a charcoal drawing or a pencil drawing or for an assignment. I've never had the funds or the time to pay someone to be able to validate, like having someone come over and hang out and having me draw them, whether it's naked or clothed. We actually talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream, that there were 3 types of live models. There's the beginner, where they do a lot of very simple poses where they just kind of move their arms a little bit, or they'll like stand with like one leg stretched out, but they don't do a whole lot of big movements. And then there's the intermediate live model who has done this a lot, all the time, and they do very big gestures, but it's a very simple activities. Like they'll pretend they're in a kitchen cooking, but it'll be like they're on stage, so they'll stretch their arms out like they're reaching for something, or they'll be sweeping, but the broom will be like way up high, right? And that's fun. I mean, yeah, you could. There's a whole subreddit for that. And then there's the third kind of live model, and they're usually in their 60s to their 80s, and they'll do either really gymnastic poses. Like I had a 70-year-old man in one of my drawing classes who was able to stand on his hands for 15 minutes without moving, so that we could sketch him doing a handstand. Or they'll sit in like a couple of poses and they'll fall asleep. There's actually a whole subreddit for people who want other artists to draw them. It's called there's just Reddit gets drawn, and you can just submit any photo of anything and put it in as a request. Or you can put draw me not safe. There's also a subreddit called draw me not safe for work, and it's the abbreviated NSFW. So, and you submit like a naked picture of yourself. And usually people will crop out their faces, or they'll put on a mask, and you can have someone draw you naked. This is the same model that I used for the other cat drawing, so I'm gonna just kind of use her as my model for more little kitty things. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Give me one moment. I do not. Yeah. Give me... I have to take care of something really quick. No, I don't do modeling myself. Partially because to do live drawing modeling, you either need to know a professor, and they, usually a live... I'm just getting stuck in my head for a minute as I'm trying to say words. So a live model is usually someone the professor knew, as in they were a previous student that is in look for need of a part-time job, and the professor will be like, oh, you can come in on these days for this amount of time, and I can have my students draw you, and we'll pay you this much per hour. Or there are usually agencies for live models. That way it's not just, you know, some random person you find on the street. Another thing is that most colleges and most agencies recommend that you don't have to do nude modeling. You can either you can wear as many clothes as you want, and you can either do like kind of baggier clothes for more wrinkles and to give a more flowy kind of feel, similar to what like the Greek sculptures are, and gives students a way to practice drawing fabric. Or you can go nude, or you can wear tight clothes. You can anything you're comfortable with and that you can position yourself and sit in for a very long time. So I know a lot about being a model for art. I do not know a lot about being a model like for drawing, or not drawing, for pictures. That's what I meant by waving this stupid mouse around. Alright, casual drawings. Like for the self-portraits that I've done for my birthday, sometimes if I'll use like an old selfie just to reference like how my hair looks, but I have never done nude drawings of myself. Just because when you draw and you're drawing from life, because if I were to do that, I would be drawing in front of a mirror. You have to position yourself in a different way every time you look at the mirror to when you look at your drawing. Thanks. I appreciate. Thank you. Okay, but I'm gonna keep talking about this, and if you want to hear more about it, you can just ask me. But so I'd have to position up a mirror, and I'd either have to be able to position the mirror so that I could draw without having to move away from the easel, or I'd have to remember the position. Oh, okay. Yeah, just in general. Mostly just using the semi-realistic style that I'll do for a lot of portraits, and I'll use like a selfie for a reference. I don't usually try to draw like my whole face specifically in a super realistic style. I might, like maybe next year if I feel like I'm at that level and I'm comfortable enough, I might. But it's just not something I'm really ready to do yet, I guess. I also feel weird whenever I have to draw myself. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel weirdly a little narcissistic about it. I'm just like, well, I guess that I'm drawing a picture of my own face now. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I guess it would be kind of like an athlete looking at their own, like watching their own replays. I guess athletes have to watch their own replays, don't they? For like sports and stuff. Okay, yeah, like that does make sense. Like people have to do that for sports, right? But at the same time, I've done sports and we've never had to watch videos of ourselves. Like the only time I've ever even like seen recordings of myself were either very old home videos or like these streams when I go back. Okay. Was it like movie day in science class where you would just kind of zone out and you're just like, all right, I'm paying attention, but I also am trying not to take a nap. It was hilarious. Would you do it as like those bloopers, like those commentated bloopers that sometimes they had on movies where you'd like make fun of each other a little bit, like, well, look at that, Chelsea. Okay, I hate the faces that people like when they're. I've seen people run really, really fast for like track and stuff, like when we were in school. Just from like running the mile. Like in grade school and middle school, and I always thought it was kind of weird and terrifying how faces would get super serious, but then like the wind would be pushing so hard and their faces would look so weird. Did I actually pick a weirdly hard pose for myself? Yes, because as it turns out, you can't see her arms. It looks like she's just got hands kind of floating in space. And I made the head too small. Really cool. That's awesome. Tryhard is fantastic at Smash Bros. He's basically undefeated. I've beaten him once as Charizard while I was button mashing. It was amazing. And then I immediately stopped playing. I've never played Smash since. I decided to quit while I was ahead. I am undefeated. Exactly. I get my royalties and I don't have to do anything else. Yes. So, so I have Tryhard and I have mutual friends, and they'll have never played Smash Bros with Tryhard, and they'll be like, "Oh, Ginger beat him once. Awesome. That means he's bad at it." 'Cause I'm terrible at video games, and everyone knows it. I'm not ashamed. And then he'll destroy them. And then I get to laugh because I win vicariously through that. Who do you main, Ventus, if you play Smash? Yeah, that's the usual reaction he gets. It's okay. He lives out of spite. Yep, that is his usual response. He's had people pick for him, and he's still... It's so mean. It's like watching a 10th grader bully, like, 5-year-olds sometimes. But... Oh yeah, Sora's in Smash now! Sometimes I forget that. That's fair, we are still in Project M. Okay, I have to do this so that I have enough room to put in her ears. Waluigi. I keep telling him he should, but he will not. He thinks that he's not good enough. And then I yell at him. That's arguable because I've seen my mom beat my dad at Dr. Mario, and no one can beat him at anything, so yeah. That's just a terrible joke, by the way, if you couldn't tell. I didn't know that Dr. Mario was like a game that people played competitively. Please tell me it is, even if it's a lie. I want it. I want it. I'm not good at it, but I think it's hilarious that people would like put money. Oh, okay. I was thinking Dr. Mario the game, and I was really happy. I'm still happy, but I am a little disappointed. No, Art. You should be practicing to become the best in Dr. Mario. That's where it is at now. That's what all the cool kids do. Do you think if I went to my brother and I tried, it would work if I tried to convince him to become the best Dr. Mario player? No, he's too old to listen to me now. What about yes? Okay, it should be... Yeah, I leave chat. There's some of the chat messages like still up on the screen in the stream. Just in case anyone, because I have to reload chat half the time to get my system to work. Or it'll just constantly like refresh sometimes on its own. Shit. You know, at least you can hold your own a little bit now. My brother is still learning. He's very used to being the best at video games in his friend group, and then he'll play against Tryhard, or he'll play against our my uncle, his uncle too. Like, yeah. Anyway, he'll play against our uncle and he'll lose a lot. But he's 17 now, so he takes the losses a lot better than he did when he was like 10. I made her hair all weird. There we go. Basically fixed it. Awesome. I feel like I keep giving her like huge man shoulders. Yeah. And then my mom got mad and she's like, Art is bullying your little brother. I was like, no, he is not. And Dragon he was talking trash first. You have to remember, every new generation thinks they invented that series. be fair, I've never played Halo. I've played Halo once in my entire life, and that was because my brother begged me to, and I ran out of reasons to say no. I'm not a huge fan of Halo. I understand why people like it. I understand it's a classic game. I just could not get into it. This wasn't my thing. I did not play a lot of games growing up. Whoa! Oh yeah. Thanks for the follow, Ventus. Sorry, I'm still not used to the noise that the emote gives. But yes, thank you for the follow. Thanks. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't grow up playing a lot of video games. My parents weren't very big on that. I think partially a little bit because I was a girl, because it was definitely encouraged more with my brother, but also my mom just wasn't. She didn't really like my brother and I spending a lot of time watching TV or anything, or being on the internet a lot. So I grew up drawing and reading books like a nerd. As parents do. Just looking out for us. And I'm very glad to a certain degree that I didn't have my own social media growing up, because of like some of the fact that a lot of kids, or a lot of adults our age, don't have a lot of privacy online anymore, and it's also really easy to get addicted to that kind of stuff. It obviously doesn't happen all the time. But I'm very glad that chance was just cut down. I do wish that I had been exposed to it a little bit more. Like, my parents don't use any form of social media, so they have no idea anything that goes on in the world usually, unless they hear it from like their coworkers, because they don't watch the fucking news. And just learning how to navigate social media and what that meant in society as an adult was a lot harder than I think it would have been if I had been able to grow up with it. So word of advice, don't shelter your kids too much, but definitely don't let them get a Facebook when they're 5. Yeah. I mean, I'm sad enough without that problem. Yeah. That's a bad joke. Yeah, it's a whole thing, cause social media is so new, and the way that we've been exposed to it is still so new, and the internet is still so fucking new that we're just now starting to really understand some of the more long-term effects it can have on a person, and not a lot of them, not many of them are very good. Like, we're pack animals, but we're supposed to be in a limited pack to a certain extent. I mean, there are benefits and drawbacks. I think it's very much in just how you handle it and what you allow yourself to be exposed to. Yes. But another thing is that the way that people will pack bond sometimes is based through conflict, because it's based on like you need your pack to survive more than the other packs because that'll pass on your genetics, right? So naturally we have to a certain degree an us versus them mentality, and that is not something that's really current society that's understood, but it's not okay to a degree, because we're, everyone's human. It becomes very hard to see an us versus them mentality and not have it become highly toxic. I mean, it's already to a certain extent toxic, but especially in a modern society when we're not at war and people aren't constantly fighting to survive the everyday elements, people start looking for different ways to differentiate themselves and different ways to claim like that they are better or that their group is better. From sports teams to racism, like it's awful, but it usually comes down to someone else is the problem, and my group either needs to fix it or like my group is better than that, or yeah, it half the time it's a my dick is bigger than yours game, metaphorically and sometimes literally. It's all fun and games until somebody gets it in the eye. Oh, it's supposed to be the other way, isn't it? Because it's reversed on this. I'm gonna bring up this like one fact I know about Rihanna as a celebrity. She believes that she's had sex with ghosts and has publicly stated that. She's also like the leader of like a small cult or something. Celebrity facts. Yes! Rihanna says that she's had sex with ghosts. There's actually like a number of people who have claimed to either be sexually assaulted or to have had consensual sex with ghosts. And not like they're like, oh, the spirit of my partner who passed away. They're like, this random ghost had sex with me. Well, good enough to do it again, I guess. Like more than once. Good enough to possibly start a cult over. Maybe I should have made the buttons on this smaller. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Are you curious now? Are you like, maybe I should break out the Ouija board and find out for myself if it's good or not? I assumed she did. I don't know. I did not read the details. I mean, some people will say that they've been sexually assaulted by ghosts, and then some people say that they have had consensual sex with ghosts on like multiple occasions. So I'm gonna assume that they did get off on it, or they at least, to a degree, got off on the attention. There you go. You're just... How did you meet your significant other? Well, I got tired of living... That sounds like necrophilia. I started that sentence in my head and I started saying it out loud, and then my filter kicked in and was like, no, that's a bad place. And Jesus said, "This wine is my blood, and this bread is my body." And the disciples asked, "Why are you opening up a mayonnaise jar?" Usually my filter is too slow, so like halfway through a sentence, I'll realize, oh no, this should not be said, and I have like half a second to decide whether I want to finish the sentence or if I should just stop. Yep, basically. And you have to decide if the audience is right. Unfortunately, I don't think this audience is ready for necrophilia jokes. Sure. But what's funny in my head is usually very different than what is funny in real life. I say that as someone who has come onto the internet to share their thoughts verbally with the world as they draw anime cat girls. It should be. The most in-depth conversations. Let's talk about life, the universe, and everything. Let's go. 42-year-old cat girls. I did. I watched No Game, No Life many times. I talked about it on the stream that you slept through. I did watch the movie. I want to watch the movie again. But I've seen it once, and it was a couple of years ago. I cried a lot. I did cry a lot. Yes. Oh, have you seen Demon Slayer? I saw the Demon Slayer movie over Thanksgiving weekend. Oh, it was amazing. I won't give any spoilers, because I know that it's not like super readily available for most people, I don't think yet. Like, it's not on the regular streaming platforms like Netflix or Hulu or anything, but it was fantastic. If you like Demon Slayer, the movie is fantastic. Okay, well, just in case I'm still not gonna give you any more spoilers, just in case there's like one and it's like, oh no, Ginger, why? But it's good. I can't wait for the second season now. I might rewatch the first season again. I have not. I've seen a lot of references to it, and I've seen a lot of memes from it, but I have not seen it yet. I don't know much about what it is about. I've really only seen like the fan art and the meme, which is probably really bad. It's good? Okay. I also trust the word of Gecko. Hi, Gecko! How was your day? We're drawing cat girls. Oh, nice! I think he got that during the Steam sale, didn't he? Yeah. They called him, at Boy Scout camp, they called him the Pyro Afro because he had a huge afro and he was the best at starting fires very quickly. He got so angry. I remember when he came back from that Boy Scout trip because he was so angry because a different Boy Scout troop had won, they had like a fire tournament or something. It was like who can like set the strongest, like the most longest lasting, who can light a fire the fastest, and who can get like the highest flame. And they had like different tests for it and everything. And his group lost once. They won all of the other parts, but they lost one event. I think it was to get the flames up the highest, you had to like burn a string at the top, and theirs snapped just like a second too late. Like somebody else's snapped a second before theirs, and he was so pissed about it to the point where like at the end of like the 3 days when he came home, he was still angry about it. Not happy with how this hand is turning out. A little bit better. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. That makes her arm look weirdly like flat, doesn't it? There we go. That's better. More rounded creases. I know that sounds like super weird to say, but... Okay, I think Wednesday would be fine. I'll talk to Tryhard about it in a few minutes after the stream, and he'll let you know. Thanks for getting back to me. One. I wasn't planning on drawing the lower body, but a Qatar might be cool. That might be really cool. Where she's all sexy up top, and then on the bottom she's just cat. What if it was proportional though? So it was just tiny cat legs, like it was person torso. Hourglass to make her sexy, right? Person torso with noodle arms, and then teeny tiny cat legs. Kitty but just the back legs. Okay, if we didn't want to be mean, we could like do teeny tiny cat legs and then like teeny tiny like regular sized cat body on the back. There we go. I'm gonna leave that up. Qatar. Amazing. Oh, those are called Munchkin cats. And they're, I think like just in the past few years, they've recently been accepted as an actual like recognized breed. Because it is a, it's technically a mutation and similar to dwarfism in humans. So it's not something that they tried to breed into the cat, but now it's seen as something desirable. But it is actually like not, like they have like a shorter lifespan. It's not very good for the cat. Yep, those poor adorable kitties, born into this world with adorable stumpy legs. That will eventually be the death of them. Here, I'll give her the stumpy munchkin cat legs over here. There we go. Qatar. Now her arms would like drag on the ground. She's a cam girl from the top up. Maybe that's kind of why her arms look a little stumpy. Because I know it's like the foreshortening based on the perspective, but what if it's actually because she's got teeny tiny arms because she's got a teeny tiny cat body? Nah. Better if she's proportional all the way on top. Maybe she's got amazing ab muscles to where she can hold herself up. Oh wait, I don't want to move the cat tar. Or a very long tail. Okay, now I can just go. This on here and delete. Okay. Now I can move the cat girl without messing up the placement of the cat tar anatomy. So are you saying she'd have to have a butt, like, give me 1 sec. We did it. She's got a very big butt. You know what? We're just gonna... So she's got like normal people wide hips, but stubby cat legs, and then a huge butt to balance it out, and then to even further balance it out, like a very long tail compared to most cats. There we go. An accurate cat tar. Welcome to the stream. It looks amazing. What are you talking about? Exactly. She also can just, well no, she's got the stubby cat legs. If she had normal, like long-ish cat legs, I'm imagining they would be kind of like this, she could jump up onto like counters and stuff, so she could also reach things up high. Best of both worlds. All the short people who want to be tall and all the tall people who want to be short so they don't have to bend over, they just should have been cat tars. Easy. Okay. I know it's supposed to be in this stream, but I'm gonna finish the tail really quick because I literally just have to do this really quick. Okay. There we go. This is the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you Gecko, Tryhard, Ventus, Spectre for tuning in, saying hi in chat. Thank you for everyone else for tuning in, even if you didn't say hi in chat. You're welcome for streaming. I'm gonna try and raid someone. It'll be the first time I'm raiding someone, so bear with me. Let me look. It looks like Pandemonium is still streaming, and he's a pretty cool streamer. So I think I'm gonna raid him, if you want to stick around for that. Let me just see how to set that up. Okay, yep, awesome. I've got that all set up, and we'll be raiding in a couple of minutes. Thanks again. Bye, guys.
What's up? What's crack-a-lackin'? Thanks for the raid, guys. Hope you guys had fun. You guys don't know Ginger. Ginger and Tryhard are real close. Like they live with each other. Check her out. They are playing art. What were you drawing today? What were you working on? Drawing cat girls? I love it. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV. I feel like every girl is a cat in the game. I hope you had a good stream. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. Everybody, like I said, if you don't know Ginger, go check her out. For an art.